Hello everyone, and welcome to another News Coolum video, bedroom edition. So here I am. Sorry I couldn't keep that up for longer. Ah, so embarrassing. I'm camping in my Bolt EV. I was not anticipating a rain day camping event. This is a surprise for me, but I was intending on car camping. And I'll kind of show you my setup of how I ended up doing it. So no camping below the road. Yeah, that should be pretty straightforward. Uh, they have a donation box. If you come up here and stay, donate, please, please. They have an outhouse. Um, yeah, just please, please support places like this. Yeah, we got quail. Oh, at 10, 12 miles an hour, the quail are okay though. I can almost guarantee you this isn't the worst road that I've taken my Bull DV on. Almost guaranteed. But this is the stuff that you mostly have to worry about, right? These are because of the rock formations, the volcanic rock formations. It's just like hard, hefty speed bumps. Basically, you just have to not be an idiot. Um, it's I got nothing against idiots. I'm that way sometimes too. Yeah, and so I also this is good to know. Ooh, ah, yeah, that was. I should have been paying attention to that. Yeah, you don't want to do a sudden drop off from a rock. I think I scraped my air dam a little bit there. No garbage collection. Okay. This seems like a decent spot. All right. I'm a legitimate 5'10". A lot of guys out there lie to you, but yeah, I'm a legitimate 5'10" from heel to crown of my head, and so right now I have the back seat down, and since I don't have the false floor, I actually have some cargo in the back that creates a false floor. I have camping mats, backpacking mats. But if I lay completely flat, heel against the back, are you getting this? Heels all the way against the back of the hatchback. I still have room with the seat pushed forward, head forward. So the big problem is, and it's not really that big of an issue, is just what do you use to prop your head, because you do run out of seat because there's so much of that blank space at the end. So I have like my cooler and stuff like that there. I have additional room back here in the back. This is my sleeping bag, and my feet are basically pressed against here. You have a lot of room that you can lay out. I don't know that I'll sleep flat out like this. Maybe I will. Maybe this will end up being comfortable. But I can sit up completely. Well, maybe not completely. Let me scoot. So for me, even with my torso, I would need to bend over a little bit. But overall, there's a decent amount of space. I think if you wanted to car camp in the Bolt EV, you could do it. You would just need to figure out a way to make everything modular. I think I had maybe too much stuff with me, and really, not a direct plan for how I was going to set it up. Another thing that I kind of thought about, and I might actually just do this anyway, is you can actually sleep with the car cover in the back almost as like a shade or a screen. So if you want to sleep during the day, it might make that a bit easier. And like I said, I might actually end up doing that anyway. I could mess around with a car camping mode I'm not gonna do it now though, because my recommendation for it would be to be venting in air, and I don't want to just vent in plain air while sleeping when it's raining outside. That doesn't really help. It might actually introduce more humidity. Now, ideally, I would say if it's dry, you could just sleep with the windows cracked, just rolled down a little bit. But it's also probably possible to put it into a makeshift camper mode that's probably not going to be endorsed by any manufacturer, um, and uh, and just leave the car on long enough to actually, leave the car on with the vent on, and you probably wouldn't burn through more than a couple kilowatt hour worth of energy over the course of a night. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about car camping, because to me, I think it's a fairly efficient way of traveling, and I think everything that I packed to here that you could use to basically create a bed, it could all be basically kept in a box in the back. If you have a false floor, it's even easier. You could just fit it in a regular backpack. This isn't even much more than what I would have just hiked with. But in terms of the actual packing and what you would need, it wouldn't be that hard. And if you folded down both seats, actually, it gives you a different angle, so you could actually sleep even if you're probably taller than I am. So, anyway, I'll let you guys know how it goes after the first night. How's my hair? Well, it looks like I should have gotten up earlier. But then I thought, yeah, I'm here to fish, but at the same time, I'm really here on vacation, and I'm gonna, sleep in if I want to have some nice cold instant coffee. One thing to note, and I've verified this a number of times. I ran the heater a little bit last night. I think when I arrived, I had like 49 kilowatt hours used, and I'm up to 49.5 kilowatt hours used. All of that was when I ran the heater and defroster last night before going to sleep. I really didn't lose anything overnight. It's 48 degrees right now, but it was a little bit cooler than that last night. I think it did dip down into the high 30s. Nowhere near cold enough to freeze. Again, as you can see, just sleeping in the car with all the bugs and possibility of rain overnight. I didn't crack the windows. And I didn't run the air vent. It's supposed to be up into the 70s like it was supposed to be originally, so I'm just cracking the windows now, and then what will happen is just the solar energy should evaporate all of the water. It's just like when you have your car shampooed. Leave your windows open so the water has a place to escape, and I'm just going to let the solar energy take care of it. I'm actually just going to power off the car now. I don't need it on. I'm going fishing for the morning, and then I might head into town later today and charge up while I do some shopping and get some stuff done. And while I have you here, this is just how my sleeping setup ended up being. I'm 5'10", legitimate 5'10", and I had headroom and feet room all the way to the back. I could basically touch, but that's no biggie. This is technically a mummy bag, but I was just using it like a quilt. I'm also a side sleeper, so I actually needed a little bit extra padding. Uh, some of the things I would do differently, I think I would go. Thermarest actually has one that's about 2 inches thick. That's a completely, there's no pad inside, it's just a complete blow up. I would go with that one. REI has a similar one, but I don't think it's as good of quality. I would definitely, this pillow I bought as a backpacking pillow because it folds down and it's compact, but it's not very good. I would change that as well. But otherwise, also, if you can, some of the stuff I have won't stay in the back. So if you can keep that uh, seat clear, it makes it much easier to get in and out and whatnot. And you'd actually basically have a little camper set up. Overall, it wasn't so bad, but yeah, you do need something underneath, I have my cooler there, basically as a head prop. And if you have the false floor, it's easier. Otherwise, I have cargo back there. So basically, it's a completely level, flat floor. So it worked out really well. So um, yeah, and I guess it's gonna have to work out again tonight.